Welcome to the Birthing Through Hypnosis ice practice exercise. So please get a few pieces of ice and get into a comfortable place. And as you do that, I will talk about what is going to happen next, and then we'll begin. This is all part of your practice for labor. Practicing relaxing in the face of discomfort is really what we're going to do. And this is part of being able to just see what your body does in the face of relaxation and in the face of not. So ice is not a contraction, but it is uncomfortable to hold in your hand. So that's what we're going to do. So I have my ice, and I'm going to hold as many pieces as I can in my hand and drip over my bowl. I encourage you to have something to drip into. And then we'll do it again. So let's start. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my timer, and please grab a few pieces of ice. I'm going to put mine down so I can drip into the bowl, and we're going to hold this for a minute. So hopefully you're holding it already because the minute has begun. Woo, mine is dripping fast. I'm going to hold my bowl in front of me. And what I noticed right away, oh, ow, is that it's really, really, really cold. And it's only been 13 seconds. Wow, it's really dripping. So just to let yourself feel what it feels like to hold this. I know my urge is to push it down or put it down. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. My hand is so uncomfortable. And it's going up my arm. I can feel it in my armpit. I can feel it in my neck. Like tension. My body hates this. I live in Hawaii for a reason. So just let yourself, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're at almost 50 seconds. Let yourself try to get through the next 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Ah, and just feel what it feels like. Oof, mine does not feel good. Wow. Okay, I haven't done this in a while. So that was the first time. And now we're gonna do it again. So I know, let's give a moment for your hand to come back to life. I know I don't want to grab ice at this moment, but while we're letting our hand come back to life, and while I reset my timer, get into a comfortable position where you can really, really, really relax. So figure out a way where your ice can drip into your bowl and you don't have to sit up. So let's try to lean back on something, lie down, prop your elbows so that you're dripping into a bowl, however you can do it to be a little bit more comfortable than when we started the first time. Position matters. It's part of what we've been talking about. So the position that you do choose to do this exercise in is just part of practicing a comfortable position that you can really melt and relax in. Okay. And then I'm going to start a visualization. So know where your ice is, but I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And I'm going to start a visualization. And then somewhere in the visualization, just a little minute or so, I'll tell you when to pick up your ice. And then I'll tell you when your minute is up so that you can put it down. Okay. And we're just going to compare. I know my hand is still cold, so hopefully it warms up by the time we do our next exercise. And if not, we'll just see how that goes. Okay. So get yourself into that comfortable position and close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes too. I'm doing this with you. And we're going to take ourselves to a beach. And let's just imagine that you're at a beautiful tropical beach. The water is turquoise, dark blue, light blue, like just every shade of blue you can imagine. And I want you to just walk towards the gently lapping waves, like super gentle. You can hear them, but they're not roaring, so that it's safe to walk right up to the edge. where you're not standing in the water, but you are close enough that when the little tiny wave comes, it comes up maybe to your ankles, maybe to your shins, and then goes back out. And just hear that as it comes up, touches you, feel that feeling of the water. Of course, the water is warm, just refreshing. And then I love the feeling as the wave goes back out and it just pulls the sand under your feet just a little bit. And then just let yourself pick up your ice and drip into your bowl and get back to a place of relaxation. And just let yourself feel that water. And then imagine that you can bend down and just put your hand into the water and even touch that little drop of water to your lips and feel that taste that salty taste. Whoa, I'm dropping ice. And then just turn your head up to the sun and close your eyes. Just feel the sun warming your face and your chest. Just allow yourself to feel the gentle breeze. Take a breath of that tropical air. Just allow yourself to imagine digging your toes. You could just wiggle them into the sand. It's so delicious. And then maybe take a step a little bit deeper into the water. We'll just go a little bit, maybe up to our belly buttons. Just feel your pregnant belly in the water. And then when you're ready, let's put down your ice. And just see, what did that feel like? See if you can compare. I know my hand is still cold, but really, I didn't notice until this moment, but I'm not feeling it all the way up like I was before. Feels very isolated, and I didn't struggle in quite the same way. So I don't know if you had that same experience, but what I want to tell you is that we held the ice for 90 seconds. So the first time we held it for a minute, to me it was much harder than the second time when we held that ice for 90 seconds. And so what this allows me to demonstrate to myself and remind myself of what I already know, but I want you to know, is that when you split your attention, when only part of your attention is on the discomfort as opposed to all of your attention, things are easier, right? We can do things for longer. We just held that ice for the longest contraction that Mother Nature intends for you to have, 90 seconds. I always practiced 90-second contractions when I was preparing for labor, even though I knew they could be shorter than that, just because I wanted to know kind of, okay, how long is this going to be? And then, of course, the time in between varies, but knowing that that is really as long as you're going to need to be in a surge before you get a break. And that to me is really helpful. And so what I'm also noticing is my hand is recovering much faster. I don't know why. It doesn't make physical sense, but I did not get as cold. I didn't feel it as intensely. So by splitting our attention and focusing on something that feels yummy and nice, we can do things that we can't do when we focus on the discomfort, which is what I had you do in those first 60 seconds. So feel free to do this again, but it's just a piece of the practice is really knowing that your body, you get the visceral understanding of how your body feels different when you're focused on really being relaxed. And then when you're splitting your attention, that technique of the mind where you choose what you're going to visualize rather than just letting your mind go to the thing that is most scary or most uncomfortable. Thank you.